Good afternoon. In this video, we're going to go over this week's options watch list. Before I get into the watch list, if you're not in the room, you can find the link in the description of the video and in my bio section of social media accounts. Also, please like the video, subscribe if you haven't done so already. Looking at the put to call ratio right now, it is at 0.66, not very high. It's not very, very low. It is towards the lower side, but we've seen it lower than that, so it's nothing that jumps out at me. Big earnings week. Before we get in, we'll cover the earnings right now. The major earnings is going to be Tuesday and Thursday. Tuesday after market close, we have Microsoft, AMD, and Google, and we have Boeing Wednesday morning. Then we have Thursday after close, we have Apple, Amazon, and Meta. So those are going to be the big ones. Hopefully that we'll see some action. Hopefully we'll get some volatility on that. Just earnings have just been hit or miss lately, and where you get a strong move, then when the market opens is flat or whatever. It's just never been very eventful. But Netflix earning was pretty good, so maybe we'll see some movement on the big seven, the rest of the big seven. So now looking at the economic calendar for the week. Monday, not much going on. Tuesday, we got consumer confidence at 10 a.m. and JOLTS job openings at 10 a.m. also. Wednesday, we have FOMC. As far as the news, we get Chicago PMI. Then we get the FOMC at 2. The statement. Then we get Powell at 2:30. So Wednesday is going to be FOMC. So we get Tuesday, big earnings day, FOMC Wednesday, and then Thursday, big earnings on that. So those 3 days are going to be the big movers, hopefully. Thursday, let's see, unemployment claims at 8:30. ISM manufacturing at 10. And Friday, we have unemployment rate, non-farm employment change, and hourly earnings, and revised consumer sentiment. So we get some data coming up this week in FOMC and earnings. So this should be a big week. Hopefully volatility will be will ramp up, and we'll have some big moves. But I'm not going to hold too much to that. But we can be wishful, I guess. The market's just done nothing but gap and grind. So I'm hoping something will happen this week where it will start getting some good movement. So with that said, I got VIX up right now. VIX is at 1326. Thinking maybe we gap up a little more and grind a little more until Tuesday after earnings or something like that. We get VIX back down to 12, under 13 back to 12. That's my thinking. I don't know. And then maybe we'll get some earnings surprises or FOMC surprises, and we end up VIX ends up popping to 20 or something this week. So we'll have to see if that actually happens. Not too much to go over this week as far as the stocks to watch, because everything that we pretty much watch is having earnings this week, so there's no point in watching it. Now, I kind of want to blow up the daily. Obviously, we have a bearish divergence going on. Prices make it higher. RSI is going lower. Weekly RSI is above 70. We get the blow off your top action right here on the weekly. We get the all-time high. We get that overextended push to whenever you have like a big resistance area that the market likes to overshoot or undershoot. This is definitely an overshot, so we called that. We just wasn't sure how much it was going to overshoot. The daily, it is kind of doing an ascended triangle right here, making higher lows and flattening out at the 489 area on the hourly. But like I said, maybe we just chop and we stay in this 489 to 4 85 area until earnings or FOMC. Then we end up either dumping or popping, and hopefully we dump, because this thing has just been running too much. But I mean, who knows? I mean, they could push this to 500 before we end up seeing something. But another thing to take a note of that is the market is just so dependent on a rate cut this week, a rate cut at all, that if it doesn't get a rate cut, that we could, the market could have a temper tantrum. It could end up freaking out because it didn't get what it wants and act like a spoiled little child and dump. So we could end up seeing that. Inflation's sticky. Inflation's going up. We got things going on in the Red Sea. Supply issues are going to be coming up. That's going to raise costs, going to raise inflation. I think the Fed is in a very, very bad situation that's going to end up playing out in the next couple months. We are literally one headline away. Then I'm looking at over at the news, and looks like North Korea has inspected construction of a nuclear sub, and they launched a cruise missile today. And I mean, you get North Korea firing new missiles and has nuclear weapons. We're trying to get nuclear weapons. We get the Red Sea. We got Russia and Ukraine. We got China wanting Taiwan. We get debt at all-time high. We get the national debt at all-time high, and the inflation going up. We get a million reasons in the world to be bearish, but not one thing matters right now. And I think that we are literally one headline away from actually something very major happening. And so I'll be very, very cautious on the long side. I think that something major is going to end up happening sometime in the next couple of weeks, a few weeks. What it will be, I don't know. It could be earnings. It could be the rate cuts. It could be the Fed. It could be the Red Sea. It could be anything. It could be, and it could be something we're not even looking at, something out of the blue that we're not seeing that could end up happening. Oh, then we have the thing going on with the Gaza and Palestine. So we get that going on too, in Israel and Iran, and there's so much going on in the world, so much uncertainty. It's just bizarre that the SPY just keeps going up and chugging. So we might actually see something different. So like I said, SPY, I mean, we're going to probably range until FOMC. Then we're either going to push to 500, or we're going to end up pushing to 480 or 475, even down to 470. And I think that if we lose 470, we could really get some steam and push down to the 455, 450 area. And we got tons of gaps to fill. And I mean, we get something like a black swan event, we could be back to 400 pretty quickly. So we'll have to see what happens. Take it day by day. Like I said, not much is going to happen until Tuesday after close and through Thursday. I think tomorrow is probably going to be choppy. So with that said, NVIDIA is the next one. It is having a downside up, inside down day, up inside, then it's down. Usually these are bearish on the daily, so I would watch it underneath Friday's low of 605 or push to 600. If it gets below 600, we could see a significant drop down to basically every $10, 590, 580, 570. And we'll put us inside the 560. Will put us inside the Kelder channel on the weekly. So I have to see if NVIDIA pulls back, but it just hasn't pulled back since it had its massive run. But I remember seeing Friday after close that there was a bunch of more calls coming in for 700. So who knows? Netflix major push on the earnings. Three massive green candles right here on the daily. It's rejecting the 575 area. Maybe it will pull back. Rejected the four almost 580, 575 area, and to pull back to 570. So I would watch underneath 560 for a push down to 550, and gap support down here at the 535 area. So watch that on Netflix. I could keep going, but I'm kind of like thinking that we could end up pulling back a little bit and kind of like, there's get a bearish divergence going on the hourly. RSI on the daily is over 80. Netflix's RSI is going to cool off, so they're only thinking just a small pullback to the 540 area. Tesla's the last one. Like I said, everything is just got earnings this week, so there's really nothing to really look at. Tesla, the daily RSI is at like 18 or 20. It's very, very oversold, and likely probably will try to fill the gaps this week. And you can see right here, a bullish divergence going on right here. Actually, no, it's not a bullish divergence. It's a higher low, so might scratch that. But um, definitely think that we're going to have a bounce this week. I would watch it over, let's see, 186, 185 for push to 190. And if it gets over 190, we're probably going to make a run up to 200, be a big psychological number, then 210 for a gap fill. So Tesla, looking for a gap fill possibly on that. A lot of unknowns this week with all the stuff going on in the world and earnings and FOMC. Hopefully this week will be a wild week and not a letdown. So we'll have to see what happens. So that's why you need to be in the room. We'll take it day by day, and that's going to do it for the watch list. And thanks for watching.